Mm. Look at the way I'm eating. Spinach dal is everybody's favorite, but adding the fragrant fenugreeks to it makes it even more awesome. So let's go ahead and do this. Hello, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your Vahchef at whatever.com. Today I'm going to make this awesome spinach dal, which is one of my favorites. Even if you see one of my old videos, I rave about this dal. But today I'm going to add the very fragrant fenugreek leaves. Not too much, 70% of spinach and only 30% of fenugreek. That makes it very, very tasty. So first we're going to do with the tempering. I'm going to add very little oil because in this later I'm going to add a little bit of butter. First, let's start with the tempering. When the oil is hot, we're going to add the mustard seeds. Let them crackle, splatter. In this, we're going to add some red chilies and reduce the flame. You know, the oil is going to get out all the flavors from this red chilies. And now we're going to add some cumin seeds, chopped garlic. This garlic is what is going to make the dal very, very tasty. Especially with spinach dal, add a little bit of garlic, little extra of garlic. And now add some salt to this. Hing, a lot of people they don't add if they add garlic because they say that the garlic flavor is strong enough. But anyway, I do add a little bit of hing and pinch of turmeric. Even though we added pinch of turmeric while cooking the dal. Now in this, we're going to add curry leaves. We're going to let the curry leaves splutter. And now we're going to add onions, green chilli. Let this cook. In this now you can add the butter too. So butter darling, get in there and make my dal really, really awesome. And you don't want these onions to be, browned or anything. You want the onions to just become slightly transparent. That's what makes this dal very, very tasty. So let this butter melt and this onions transparent. The onions are slightly transparent, and before the butter sizzles too much, we're going to add some chopped tomatoes to this. And if it is tomato dal, I'm going to add a little chili powder, but in this I added a little extra green chili. And let these tomatoes cook well. And I'm going to put the lid on and let it cook for another few minutes. Now this is all cooked perfect. And now once we remove the lid, we cannot put back the lid because once you add the greens, you're not going to put the lid on. Because these green leafy vegetables have chlorophyll A and B. The volatile acids need to escape. If you put the lid on, they will get stuck in there and the leaf will discolor. They will become slightly darker in color. After spinach, we're going to add the fenugreek leaves also. The fenugreek is slightly bitter, but that gives a very nice flavor to this. So we're going to let this cook for 2 minutes. One thing great about making dal like this is you don't have to cook this leaf for long. Just 2 minutes, it's perfect. Now in this, we're going to add the boiled toor dal. You can use any dal to make this, but toor dal is what makes me happy. So I'm just going to add some of this toor dal, and the thickness of the dal is also very personal. Some people like it a little bit watery, some people like it really thick. And when you have rasam or when you have other things, I prefer my dal to be slightly thicker. So this is a perfect consistency for the dal today. And if you want it slightly thin, just add some more water, bring it to a boil, and your dal is all ready. Just make sure, check the seasoning at the end. Once the dal comes to boil, we're going to switch it off. And you will notice one thing, that the spinach is nice and green, and so is green chilies. So to retain this color, never put the lid on when you're cooking, especially green leafy vegetables. Now look at this dal, my favorite dal, just perfect. I love to eat this with rice, but you can always enjoy this with chapati, pulka or any kind of bread too. When the dal is so good, the spoon has to be so big and you got to say,